Fallout 4 is a game rated M by the ESRB.
You all ever feel like you just can't get enough? Well, Red Eye hears you, man. He knows what it's like. Well, I've been told it's in our blood, under our skin and all that mud. Doesn't matter if I'm buried in stuff. I just can't ever get enough. I need one last score. I could be sitting on a throne of caps and still need one last score. It ain't about the haul, could just be scraps. Well, I've seen guys lose their mind just trying to hold onto too much trash they're convinced is gold. But I can help them out by lightening their stash, just by being a good neighbor and pulling in that cash. I need one last score. I can clear out a whole damn town and still need one last score. Take anything that ain't nailed down. See, it ain't really about all the stuff I steal. It's more about this notion, this grand ideal, that I can take whatever, whoever, whenever I please. But sometimes this starts to feel like a disease, 'cause I can't control it, like an itch that I can't scratch. All that I can do is just add to my stash. I know it won't cure me, but what else can I do? I ain't got anything else to turn to. I need one last score. Maybe that'll make this go away. Just one more score, and I can maybe rest easy someday.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
You're all a bunch of psychopaths, and I love you for it. This is Raider Radio, and it's for you.
I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. It's wonderful to start an episode that way, though. That's fun. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to more StephenPlays Fallout 4. Between episodes, I went back to the Overboss's room. There was a floor safe I missed. Got it. Didn't have anything of interest in it, but I grabbed it. Then I came back over here because you guys were like, you missed all these holotapes. I didn't miss them. I skipped them because in my mind, they were all the same. Why would you have 3 holotapes in the same room named the same doggone thing? That doesn't make any sense. The comments were like, Steven, you missed your holotapes. I'm like, I skipped them. It's not that I didn't see them. I assumed they were all the same. There's a bunch of other places in the game where they number them. 1, 2, 3. Why wouldn't they do that here? I have no idea. Anyway, let's give them a listen. I'm sure I'm going to be disturbed.
I had it out with that disciple chick again today, Anna. Tired of her always winning. She's got better aim, better comebacks, even packs a better punch. Well, not for long. Fuck these rules, I'm going after her. Then, when she's floating face down in the swamp pond, we'll see who's better. I can't wait to see. What the hell? How'd you get in here? What?
A girl's got her ways. I'm just here because Anna's big into helping Nisha keep the peace between all us gangs. Me? Not so much.
What the?
That should keep you quiet till I get you back to Fizz Top. Oh, were you recording this just for little old me? You operators are such sweethearts.
Fun! Let's listen to the last one.
Lasted as long as he did. Pretty sure we all wanted him dead.
Trade in this area seems pretty scarce. I'm thinking of packing it in and heading back to the Commonwealth. We lost one of the Brahmins to some damn rad scorp the other day. And I think Emmy's coming down with something. The rest of us are just at each other's throats. Tired of traveling and barely running into any business. This whole plan was a bust. As it is, we barely got enough to pay for our losses.
Hey, are all y'all traders? If so, I know a pretty good post nearby. Guarantee you'll turn a profit if you want to check it out.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure we want to trust anything some stranger in a mask told us. Sure you're not some sort of raider?
I ain't no raider, and I only wear this mask on account of some Yao guy wanting a piece of me a while back. It's up to you folks. If y'all are interested, Nuka-World's just a short trip north. Can't miss it. Just tell them Dixie sent ya, and they'll treat you and yours like y'all are family.
We'll talk about it. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe we'll have to check out this Nuka-World outpost before heading back. Could be worth a shot. I'll have to talk with the others, and hope no fights break out this time.
Well, we know how that turned out. Gracious sakes. The other thing that I was told that I should check out, and I would have never thought to have done this. I think it's this one? I'm not entirely sure. There, apparently on one of these beams, you can, like, walk. Okay, I guess it's this one. There's some sort of, they said Easter egg? I mean, there's a ton of chems and stuff over here. It says G... Strangely, you can't really select these things? That's odd. Why can't I have? They're kind of stuck in the environment. Well, at least I got a few things. Anyway, last episode we spent our time meeting the disciples who have set up shop inside of the Fizztop Grill mountain area. It's pretty cool looking, I gotta admit. Now we're going to head... What direction is this? South? South of the park, or south of this area, and meet one of the other factions. Let's see, the faction directly south of here is the Operators, so we'll probably meet the Operators today. Now, also, while I'm doing that, I'm going to be continuing to explore the area and see what else is around. Like, I found the restrooms last episode, and there's a special thing connected to that. Hold on, did I go this way? This is a different exit to the park. Well, this is kind of interesting. There's nothing back here. Oh, this is cool, man. This is really cool. Souvenir magnet cat. And these park pamphlets. Can you get in? Is there some sort of like back door to this? No. Okay. But again, you can exit the park. See, that's what's interesting to me. This area is huge. Like, there's a bunch to explore just outside this part. That's a little concerning to me. Like, it's big. It's really big. Don't know how long it's going to take to see everything, but we'll get to it. Alright, so now we are going to be heading south and ultimately go check out the Operators. So through this door, and we're back into a completely different area. So this is basically, once you walk through here, it's the Disciples. That's what I'm gathering. This is like their turf. I want to gorge myself on funnel cakes. This is the Nuka-Cade.
No idea what you're talking about.
You will not live to regret this.
Is there about to be a fight?
Nisha really only has one rule around here.
So the Disciples are over here, but the Operators are over here too.
Putting the bullet in Coulter's back at some point. Suppose you just beat us to it.
Alright, well...
About trying my hand at the gauntlet just to see if I could do it. Wasted time now. No one's stopping here.
I guess I need to go into the parlor in order to talk to the Operators.
Head on in, overboss.
This guy's respectful, I like that.
All anyone's turned up so far is that he's got that pit boy on his arm.
So, our new overboss is a vault dweller.
Or ice the vault dweller.
You can go.
Y'all talking about me? Hi, it's me. The vault dweller? I mean, overboss. Hi there. You seem nice.
Hey there.
Well, I suppose we all owe you for putting down Coulter.
Man was an idiot. Made us all look bad.
A clown stuck in his own little car. I guess we can take some solace in the fact that someone finally gave him what he deserved. I want to know, what did you feel as you did it? When you brought that walking pile of human garbage to his knees?
What were you discussing when I walked in?
Well, you, Overboss. You're an unknown quantity, and we're interested in knowing who we're dealing with.
So we'd like if you answered the question.
Yes. What went through you as you crushed the life out of that oaf?
Bored then, bored now.
Bored? Kind of like this conversation, now that you mention it.
Hey, you don't get to talk to Mags that way.
It's all right, William. Regardless, Gage's decree means that you're the new Overboss. I suppose we can only hope you work out better than the last one. I'm Mags. This is my brother, William.
Pleasure.
Along with our co-conspirator, Lizzie, we run this crew. Call ourselves the Operators. You'll come to understand soon enough that we are the only gang you should be backing around here. Because we're the only ones who see this place for what it is. A temple. A testament to the only thing that matters in this world.
Soda?
Huh. Not quite.
Caps. This place was built for the sole purpose of taking caps out of the pockets of fools. We only joined Gage and Coulter's little menagerie in order to restore it to that goal, though by somewhat more cutthroat methods than I expect its founders intended.
Instead, Coulter had us sitting on our asses for the better part of a year while he lived large in his damn mountaintop.
And that means, if you're going to be in charge around here, we'd like some assurances that you intend to bring this place back to its true purpose. And that we're going to get back to robbing folks of their fucking money.
And you want to explain to me why exactly I should be backing the Operators?
Because we dispense with the bullshit. My people aren't commanded by lunatic bloodlust or animal instincts. We are the only rational players around here, and would make valuable allies, so long as we know you intend to get this place back to bringing in caps.
So we want to know what your plan is.
I'm sorry. That sounds like a demand. I'm the overboss around here, and I'll do whatever the hell I want.
Of course, boss.
Whatever you say. So, you're welcome in the parlor whenever you like. Make yourself at home. And if you think you might be interested in running some jobs for us, you just come speak to me. But do take a little time to consider the kind of life we could all have if we put this place back to doing what it does best.
Should be a couple odd jobs available if you want to get your hands dirty. Talk to Mags.
So, first things first, I look ridiculous in these glasses. Like, absolutely bizarre. So I'm gonna take them off for now because I already got the cappy that was in this area. Let's see. An ambitious plan. Meet the gang boss for the pack, so I have to do that still. Precious metals. Capping a haystack. I didn't actually pick up any missions for the disciples, so it's kind of weird that the operators are like, let me give you missions. The other thing is, why was it when I turned between Mags and William, I turned like a frickin' robot? Like, I turned normal here. That was weird, man. I was all jittery for some weird reason. I had too much coffee. Alright, so I'm allowed to look around and chat with folks, I guess.
We lost a lot of purpose when we got here and found it wasn't what Coulter promised. Idleness makes people weak.
Mags.
Have some work, Overboss, that I think may be up your alley. Interested?
Not yet. I want to meet everyone first. You're nice and all, but I want to know all of the people before I start taking different things under my wing and my control. Parlor Employees Terminal. There's all sorts of lore in here, I'm sure, that we can read. The Phantom of the Nuka. Oh, that sounds great. Performance lists. This year's performances will be The Phantom of the Nuka. The Phantom, who lives in the catacombs beneath a bottling plant, longs to find a drink that can satisfy his 300-year-old thirst. Due to his horrific appearance and his self-imposed estrangement from society, his hopes of getting his hands on a Nuka-Cola seem impossible until the plant hires the beautiful Christine. The Phantom is enraptured by Christine and hatches a scheme that he hopes can unite the two of them together to quench his thirst for Nuka-Cola before his body dries up and withers away. Yeah, sounds great. The best little Nuka house in Boston. Miss Nona Strangely runs the Nuka House, a soft drink establishment that she built outside of Boston. She wants to serve all of the locals delicious Nuka-Cola 24 hours a day, but the crusading television reporter who thinks milk is healthier for your body wants to shut her down. It's up to Miss Strangely and her friend, the local sheriff, to stop the reporter in his tracks before it's too late. Good, a soft drink named Desire. Kim and her husband Tom work at the local Nuka-Cola plant. Tom and Kim are responsible for coming up with new flavors, but have been stuck for over a month. If they don't come up with a new flavor soon, they're afraid they'll both be fired. Enter Vivian, Kim's sister from small-town Mississippi. With her southern charm and her bigger-than-life personality, she moves in with Kim and Tom looking for a better life in the big city. Together, the three of them learn that the best flavor can't come from hard numbers and science. It's all about happiness, togetherness, and friendship. These are all fantastic. Fizzy Rob. Fizzy runs a drugstore with his assistant, Mrs. Lovett, where he serves delicious and refreshing Nuka-Cola. His customers love the place, but they're longing for a new flavor, something eye-catching and amazingly bold. In desperation, Fizzy starts sending random ingredients down a chute to Mrs. Lovett, whose laboratory is in the shop's basement. Lo and behold, after mixing all the ingredients into her cauldron, Miss Lovett is startled to see a beautiful blue glow. Is this the start of a taste sensation that will propel Fizzy's shop to new heights? My God. Parlor management memo. Should probably start at the bottom on this one. 19. I know that the best little Nuka house in Boston features all sorts of foot-stomping musical numbers, but we cannot allow guests to get up on the tables and dance. We've had far too many people slipping and falling. If you see a guest standing up on any furniture, kindly ask them to be seated. With the Halloween Spooktacular coming up next month, we need to strike all the best little Nuka house sets and start working on the Phantom of the Nuka set immediately. We usually have the sets under construction in the backstage areas a month before the show, but no one has had the time. Looks like we're working after hours this week, folks. Come see me for specific assignments. With the cut in staff, we're going to have to ask all of the stage technicians to perform janitorial work. That means sweeping, cleaning dishes, fixing minor damage, and cleaning up the main dining area. And before you all come grumbling, remember that you're all lucky to have a job at all. According to Mr. Huxley, the parlor is one of the more expensive attractions at the park with the worst visitor turnaround. I'm doing everything I can to keep us open. I just need your help. It's kind of sad. More sad is when I go back and look at it again. Nuka-Cola Quartz. That's a new one. Let's take a look at what that is. Gives you that sweet, sweet action points for minimal rads. And also a pompadour wig. My God, it has been forever since Charmer Jones. Or Charisma Jones. I mean, he's Charmer to the railroad. Charisma. I mean, he's just naturally Charisma Jones now. Like, he used to need the wig and the special suit. Now he's just awesome, which I think is fun. Hairbrush, gonna skip it. Gonna get the ticket stack. Still not sure what that does, but we'll learn pretty soon. Good looking guy's note. Hey, I know you're operator and I'm Pac, but that ain't mean we can't be friendly or whatever. I saw the way you were looking at me. I'm open for crossing enemy lines, if you know what I mean. Meet me in the hub after sundown. I know a place we can go. That good looking guy with the blue hair. Pissed off guy's note. Very funny. I really thought we had something going there. You ops are all the same. Screw you. If I ever see you again, I'll slap a collar on you. We'll see how you like that. Pissed off guy with the blue hair. The world's shortest love story, ladies and gentlemen. What else is in here? Some cool hats. Cool hats only. Hey, man. What's going on?
Any operator gets caught breaking the peace, I'll punish them myself, boss. Can't let them think it's alright to get caught.
So you're literally the same as the disciples.
Hey, William.
Operators got no tolerance for dead weight. Those who can't cut it, they're gone.
Huh.
I'll never grasp the allure of the other gangs. Nothing but targets with fur and trash piles with attitude.
All the faction houses are pretty cool.
Understanding the operators ain't hard. We know how to live. The other gangs, well, dying is more their strong suit.
Also, who is Lizzie? Each gang has 3 named characters, and Lizzie's the one I'm missing.
If Lizzie asks you to volunteer for one of her tests, don't.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. This guy got... Oh my god, it's alive. What? That's really terrifying. Like, I've hated mannequins the entire game, and now they're freaking alive? Wonderful. Wonderful. So excited. The people of Norhaven Beach are very unhappy. You may lose control of the settlement if things do not improve. What? I'm busy, man. I might have to lose. I thought I built them enough turrets. They clearly need more guns. Well, if I lose them, I'll just deal with it later.
3 gangs to claim Nuka-World. I mean, he had us. Don't need the rest.
Overboss. Making trouble? Good.
You know it. It's me, your overboss. Nuka-Cola everywhere, man. Let's see. Got some ammo here. I'm allowed to have everything, which is nice. Also, what was that? Medical liquid. Oh, okay, it's just a junk item. I was briefly concerned. Feather duster in here. I'm sure there's a lot of feathers being dusted. Go ahead and take this stuff. Nothing else around here. Much smaller than a mountain. This one doesn't come to life, right? Lizzie? Is there a Lizzie in here? Looking for a Lizzie? Are you Lizzie?
If Lizzie asked you to volunteer for one of her tests, don't.
Yeah, I've been hearing that. Oh, good. You've learned to stab the meat. Perfect. Are you
so much money spent on this place just to hawk some soda. Sad, don't you think?
You're Lizzie.
Lizzie.
I always thought the parlor was a bit garish, but Mags and William have taken a shine to it, and 2 trump 1, I guess.
So you're Lizzie. You use the chemistry station, and it freaks everyone out, I guess. Shovel. Don't need a shovel. Why? I hate that they move. Lizzie's terminal. Okay, let's go in here and see what Lizzie's deal is. Made. Huge. There we go. Sure. Let's jump in. Test 1. First go of the formula was a flop. This subject William supplied me with, turns out he was a jethead. Pretty sure that's what caused the reaction to formula that he suffered. Killed himself seizing. Broke some of my equipment in the process. We'll need to account for that in future batches. Don't want to have to replace this stuff again. Just hope I didn't risk my neck sneaking into the far reaches of the galactic zone for nothing. Progress. Second subject was another heavy drug user. What else are we going to find around here? But no seizures this time. Spraying the target with the formula, however, doesn't seem to have made persuading her any easier. Now, once I injected it, I feel like she started listening more attentively, but it was hard to tell over the screaming. On to test 3, I suppose. Finally, some real results. This subject was older, female, in her 40s. Looks like some kind of farmer or something equally awful. Applied the gas and for a good minute was able to get her to agree with a series of increasingly less reasonable suggestions. Hand me that pen. Take off your shoes. Take off your clothes. She balked when I asked her to start mutilating herself, but still, progress. Going to have William prepare a room. I think our guest will be staying for a while. More general testing with Mrs. Farmer, who William's taken to calling Annette after the janitor that disappeared back when we were all still living in Diamond City. Progress continues, though I'm finding that persuasion is still crucial to getting what I want. If I can't sell my demands, why my demands are a good idea, there's little chance for my suggestions to take hold. However, when offered correctly, I've managed to get Annette to put herself at greater and greater risk. Particular fun was when I succeeded in convincing her to pick the pocket of a disciple in the market. Disciple managed to take a chunk out of Annette before I could intervene, but nothing some gauze and antiseptic couldn't patch up. Made sure to give the disciple's description to William. Can't stand it when people damage my toys. Decided it was time to run a real test of the formula. I'd order Annette to do a task outside the parlor, unsupervised. Give her the chance to run and see if she'd actually return. First step was, of course, getting her in a state where she'd want to run. After a few days of pain, I gave her a dose and asked her to collect some ingredients for me from the market. All by herself. Almost. William was watching from the rooftop just in case she did decide to run. And so we sat. A minute. 2 minutes. 3. Waiting in the parlor with Mags, I could see the disapproving frown start to edge in at the corners of her mouth. But 5 full minutes later, who comes limping back into the parlor? Lovely Annette. Arms full of exactly what I asked. Even set a new duration record for a single dose of the formula. Now, Unfortunately, the wounds she'd sustained during our prep ended up getting the best of her not long after, but still, we all knew a success when we saw one. Alright, so I'm halfway through this, and this is pretty messed up. It's weird because, like, all of these factions are, like, Raider to the extreme. Like, you knew that Raiders do bad things, right? But now they're giving the Raiders all the backstories that you didn't get a chance to hear about in the main game. And they're not great people. And especially you met Lizzie, and she's, like, mild-mannered and talks sweetly. And then you read these tests, and you're like, oh my god, you're crazy. And you're a psychopath. You're killing people. Anyway, after our positive results with Annette, Mags requested some broader testing. First up, the market. While perusing Maddox's stall, I let a canister slip out of my bag. Not sure if it was the noise, smells, or a dozen other possible issues, but the test went nowhere. Maddox responded to exactly 0 of my demands. I was hoping I could finally do the whole park a favor and get him to cut off that ugly top knot. Seems it was not to be. More failure. Mags wanted to see if we might be able to perhaps use the formula to get one of the local Brahmin trains to favor us with some additional supplies, but with no success. Another scenario to cross off the list. This batch had apparently gone bad without me realizing it, got the bruises to show for it. Finally, another success. William brought me in another farmer who responded much the same as Annette did. A thread to follow, it would seem. And we have our results. Caravans, no. Markets, no. But settlements, it would appear, are what this formula was made for. Maybe it's the exhaustion brought on by manual labor, the bad water, but something about that environment, Annette's wretched environment, appears to favor the gas. I decided I'd trek my way back to Test Subject 9's little dirt pit and see what I could get to happen when I deployed the gas. Before I knew it, I had them feeding me their winter stores, handing over whatever caps they had, and ultimately convincing them their Brahmin sty was better in my hands. Off they shuffled, sad but unable to refuse, and the looks on their faces, truly something to behold. Well, yep. I mean, what do you say? What do you, like, it's the Raider DLC. Everyone is varying degrees of awful. Like, this woman is crazy.
Hey, Lizzie.
Walking around this place at night, even without the bodies, it's hard to believe they ever let children in here.
Oh, well, this should be interesting.
So this will be test 8 of the persuasion formula. Our subject here. What'd you say your name was again?
Fuck you, Lizzie. When my crew finds out about this, they're gonna wear your skin.
Okay, we're just gonna call you 8. 8, would you please stop talking?
Go to hell.
As you can see, 8 is currently not receptive to my suggestions. Now, deploying the formula.
What? What the? Hey!
Hey yourself. 8, how do you feel right now?
Fine. Good, I guess.
Excellent. Now, 8, I'm going to untie your arm.
Okay.
Now, 8, I want you to hit yourself.
Hit myself?
Please. Again, please. Harder this time. That's perfect. Thank you, 8. You can stop now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 8, I'm going to untie you. Now, if you wouldn't mind... 8! What are you...
Are you an idiot? Did you really think that shit would work? I'm gonna eat your...
Thank you, William. I'm going to need a minute before you bring in number 9.
Never did get why Coulter brought in 3 gangs to claim Nuka-World.
Wow.
I mean,
yeah, I was wondering. I was like, I thought 8 didn't work based on the thing we read. And then it was like, oh, she's tricking her so she can kill her. That was smart. I mean, it's a shame that she didn't make it, but... Let's see. Rounds. Another the hairbrushes follow me everywhere. This one's just operator.
Hey.
I thought about trying my hand.
Yeah, we know. I've thought about trying my hand at the gauntlet just to see if I thought about trying my hand at the gauntlet. Oh yeah, well I thought about trying my hand at the gauntlet. Is there anything in this main room?
William and Lizzie. All you have to do is hear them speak to know they weren't born into this life. But they sure as hell were born for it.
Not supposed to hurt the other gangs. No rule against tricking them into hurting each other, though.
Nothing else here. The only thing of interest, to me at this point is there's a room that's locked. And, like, certainly I'm allowed to, like, go in here, right? Because it's hidden. Or not hidden, it's green. So I don't know what's locked behind this door, but I have master level lockpicking and I'm gonna freaking open it because I'm Pick Jones. Oh, come on. Oh, doggone it. The patience required. There we go.
Sweet.
I just go in here and take a look around? And it's all this stuff is green, so I assume that I can just do whatever I want with all this stuff. Yeah, this would be of personal interest to me. Betrayal. No. Requires. No. Dang it. Salve? Yeah.
Sweet.
Interesting. Major players in Nuka-World, Nisha, taken by raiders at a young age, believes deeply in the power of violence, makes her a dangerous adversary. That said, has a penchant for justice among her own, stole gang from previous leader by gaining their respect rather than through graft or deception. Irritatingly hard to exploit people like that. Ultimately acts as a stabilizing agent among the disciples, means Nisha's place in their hierarchy should not be tampered with. Dull, but the right move. Any other disciple in that role would likely lead to other havoc. Dixie springs to mind. Huh. Speaking of, true psychopath. Clever, devious, bloodthirsty. Suspect she's responsible for the death of at least 3 operators since our arrival, very likely more. Takes and treasures souvenirs from her victims. Someone meddling with her toys might be able to get her to do something rash, should the need arise. Granted her current position by Nisha, probably to support the girl's vanity, much less likely to turn on her boss if she thinks she's respected. Thanks to that, she does seem to honor Nisha's authority, doesn't appear to have plans to claim leadership for herself. Best for all of us, it stays that way. Savoy. Nisha's enforcer, fiercely loyal, likely the only reason the man's been given a place of prominence among their little coven. Had one of our girls attempt to seduce him, see if we might be able to sway him as a contact, but to no avail. Had one of the boys try too. Similar results. Suspect he's probably working for/with the only person he has eyes for, would explain the loyalty. And then the pack, Mason. Current pack alpha displaced his 2 predecessors by tarring and feathering them, sending them out into the wastes. Pack law states members can only shame one another, never kill. Both former alphas were never heard from again after being given the boot. Acquiring proof of their deaths could be useful leverage. We'll send out a search party, see what they can turn up. Otherwise, man's more nuisance than threat, like the rest of the pack. Gage. One half of the alleged masterminds behind the Nuka-World plan, clearly as much of a rube as the rest of us. It does seem like he honestly believed in Coulter. Now, though, just seems worried he's going to share Coulter's fate if things don't get back on track. Not wrong, undoubtedly moved on this new overboss to protect his own neck. However, man genuinely does appear to believe that Nuka-World can be used to make us all rich, so does have some value. Coulter, idiot. No one's problem anymore. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bop. Ain't that right? What is this? Mother, it's Mags. Maggie, it's your mother. Huh.
Maggie, it's your mother. I want you to know your father and we take no pleasure in this decision. But at this point, we don't have a choice. You and Bill have dragged the black name through the muck for the last time. What they say you two and that Wyeth girl did to those classmates of yours. True or not, defending you both again and again. It's gotten to the point we can barely do business in this town anymore. You two have cost us so much. And are you repentant? Are you sorry? Of course not. Well, we are through defending you. You're going to accept the exile the town demands. You're going to leave Diamond City for good. And you will never, ever see another cap from your father or I again. You had every chance in the world to make this right, Maggie. Well, we are done giving you chances.
I really hope I listened to these in the right order, but... Mother, it's Mags.
Mother, it's Mags. Thank you so much for your tape. It kept William, Lizzie, and I very entertained during our time in the holding cell. We found the part about refusing us our inheritance particularly amusing. Because that money is ours. Years we spent under your thumb, trying to be the perfect little dolls you always wanted. Both have the scars to prove it. So if you think we didn't earn every cap that's due to us, then you're even dumber than I thought. We're coming for those caps, and there's nothing you can do to stop us.
Mags and William killed their parents. Man, like, I don't know. It's every bit of this is chilling. Every person you meet is chilling. Like, you meet the disciples and they're like, we're bloodthirsty, crazy. Yeah, we'll kill you. Yeah, and you're like, oh, okay, well, they're crazy. And then you meet the operators and you're like, oh, these people seem a little, you know, they seem a little better. And then you listen to some of these holotapes, read some of these entries, and you're like, oh my god, are they, maybe they're worse. Maybe they're worse. They're all awful. Anyway, what is this thing? Suppressed, hardened, piercing, pack automatic rifle. Okay, let me look at this. So it doesn't really do much damage. It's just cool to look at. Neat. It's painted. It has the thing on it, a mod that makes it painted. That's what makes it cool looking. Otherwise, it's an automatic rifle and it's not very good. But yeah, sure. Sure, I'll take it. I'll take it. I would like to use some of the weapons that I find in this DLC, as long as they're, you know, as long as they're better than a pea shooter, because that's the thing. Some of the weapons might be, like, literally completely worthless when dealing with some of the enemies. And I don't want that to happen, but as long as they, you know, they have some value, then I'd like to at least switch it up a little bit. But, fortunately, we haven't really been put in a position where we need to fight. At least not yet.
Nuka-World is a trap for fools, and an opportunity for those who recognize it.
Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Last episode, we met the disciples. This episode, we met the operators. That means next episode, we will be meeting the pack. It's exciting. Also, can I have literally all of this ammo? And this dish rag.
We'd all considered putting the bullet in Coulter's back at some point. Suppose you just beat us to it.
Don't shoot me. Just looking for more stuff. You're doing great. Glad you have some target practice. Thank you for watching. See you next time for more StephenPlays Fallout 4.